Hey folks, welcome back to the RVA Open. We are in session 7 of the RVA Open, coming to you live from Richmond, Virginia. This is the men's 85 kilogram A session and the men's 94 kilogram session. For Barbend, doing the color commentary, I'm David Tao.
I'm Mike Raber.
He's still Mike Raber. And we are starting the clock for the first attempt today, which is going to belong to Jacob Willis. His opening clean and jerk will be at 87 kilograms.
And we just finished a great snatch portion. We saw a 300-pound snatch to close things out.
Mm-hmm.
And 10 minutes goes really fast when you're waiting, when that break is happening, but it happens, or maybe 5 minutes happen, but whatever. Here's Jacob Willis, opening attempt, 87 kilos in a clean and jerk. All right, that opener is a good opener. Good lift. Good lift for Jacob. And let's see what the next weight will be. Obviously, we're going to take the automatic increase to 88 until we hear otherwise. But it's been a great 2 days here at the RVA Open. Richmond, very, very nice city, very hospitable people, great crowd. I love their weightlifting here in Richmond, Virginia.
It's been a long 2 days, but we still have a lot of lifting left to go.
A lot of great lifting still to go.
Thank you folks for tuning in. I know Mike and I grabbed a quick lunch break between the snatch and the clean and jerk portion, still actually grabbing the lunch break. So if you hear one of us talk for longer than the other, it's because the other one's scarfing down the rest of a sandwich. But it's okay, because we're here from the morning.
It's all right. We're
until
here.
The last lift of the day. Don McCauley is here. He just waved to us. He's here for most of the day, coaching some lifters.
Frank Murray, who took second place in the Invitational, has been walking around. We just saw him a little while.
Civilian clothes.
Yeah, civilian clothes, exactly.
And we still got a lot of good lifting left to go. Jacob Willis just made his clean and jerk opener at 87 kilograms to open this session. This is all the 94 kilogram men lifting in the RVA Open and the 85 kilogram A session, so the top 85 kilogram men. And we've seen some really good weight lifted so far. Like Mike said, we ended on a 300-pound snatch during the last session, which was pretty cool to see. We saw a bunch of 300-pound snatches last night during the invitational portion. We saw James Tatum, Cord Wilkes, Frank Murray, DJ Shuttleworth, Colin Worm, all go over 300 pounds. Yeah,
big lifting, really good lifting. Adam Baton put on, he's always fun to watch. We saw Adam Baton doing some lifting.
His wife?
His wife lifted this morning in the 63-kilo weight class. National qualifier Dr. Elizabeth Bartlett.
She unfortunately did not total.
Yeah, unfortunately, no good attempts in the clean and jerk. Close, but not her day.
But we'll see her again. It's okay.
Of course. Adam himself is I think 5-time national medalist. He's a former Pan Am team alternate. A couple years ago.
Competition PR of 169 kilogram clean and jerk, which he made at the 2013 American Open.
Yeah, we saw some video of that. He talked about it to us. We got a great interview yesterday with the Dragon, Kane Wilkes, four-time and defending national champion. So those at home who didn't get to see it last night, session 5, right before the opening snatches, Dave Tao and the Dragon. The Dave and the Dragon, they got into it. Dave asked some tough questions. Kane gave some great answers, and it's great. It's a great video to watch.
I enjoy it.
It was a good trade-off. The Wilkes family got some expert loading from Mike Raber, and Barbend got some expert commentating and thought processes from the Dragon.
It was an honor to get to talk to Kane a little bit. I'd never met him in person. Pick his brain. Been a big fan of his for a few years now. And I don't know, he's great. He's the top super heavyweight male in North America right now.
I'm shocked the internet didn't break. This video of you guys, the hair battle was epic.
We had to readjust the camera to get both of our heads of hair in the color commentary booth.
That happens.
Just because we both have a lot of hair.
You got a lot to bring to the table.
I don't have as much strength to bring to the table as Kane.
And
I also don't have as much hair to bring to the table.
No one's judging you.
Well, judging myself. It's a self-judge.
That's fine. If you tune to session 3, I believe, senior international coach Don McCauley stopped by. He shared his thoughts on Barbend, on USA weightlifting.
He was a great guest to have.
Very knowledgeable guy.
Don McCauley, he's got a
very personable guy.
A voice for radio.
Face for radio too, some people say.
Well, maybe a voice for silent film.
I definitely have a face for radio. So, anyways, here we go. Tyler Forrest, opening attempt, 105 kilos. There you go, nice clean.
Real easy clean.
Those elbows around, dip, adjust, dip and drive. That looks like a good lift.
Textbook opener for Tyler.
He's on the board. That's what you want to do. You want to get on the board.
Speaking of faces for radio, they probably won't cut to us too much during the beginning, to your commentators during the beginning set part of these clean and jerks, because, like I said, we're still between bites of our lunch.
Oh, you don't want to see what I'm eating.
The action doesn't stop.
Actually, it's relatively healthy. It's some you got a tuna sandwich. I got a turkey sandwich, some lettuce and tomatoes and veggies, but still not a great sight. Not what you want to see from your commentators.
Bodhi Santavi, am I saying that correctly?
Bodhi Santavi. Santavi.
Santavi from Canada.
He speaks as much French as we do.
An elite level lifter.
International, yeah.
Is watching elite international.
Well, thank you so much. So, Jacob Willis, second attempt, 95 kilos. We'll get into Bodhi and the Santavi family more in a second. Now, question. Didn't we just have over 100 kilos in the clean and jerk? How did we go back to 95 kilos? Unless that board was wrong.
I think the board might have been wrong.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not the official here, but
I was paying more attention to the names of the lifters,
yes,
and to our fantastic viewers like Bodhi, like Olivia, like Nick, people who have just commented on the thread. If you have something to say, or if you have a question,
tell us who you're cheering for,
yeah,
who are your teammates, who are your friends. Who are you excited to see lift? You can't. I'm not saying get excited about the announcing. You get what you get, but who?
Yeah, you're not. Well, you might get better than us. Actually,
you might get better. I mean, maybe. Who's to say? Here comes Andrew Farrell, 96 kilos on his opening attempt.
Good to me.
That's a good lift for Andrew. So Bodhi Santavi, his father is Dallas Santavi, who's a multiple-time Canadian world team member, national champion back in the 90s and early 2000s. A couple weeks ago, they were at a fitness expo in the Ontario area, the Toronto area, big CrossFit fitness expo, and they were putting on an exhibition of weightlifting. And Dallas, who's in his 40s, he clean and jerked about 160 kilos as a 94-kilo guy in his 40s. So Dallas Santavi still has it. Father of Bodhi.
I hope I can deadlift that in my 40s.
What I hope in my 40s I can just count to like 160.
Jacob Willis on deck for his third attempt at 97 kilograms.
All right, so Juan at home is looking for Drew Culver. He's excited about Drew Culver. And as a reminder, Dave may have said this already, but if you are following at home and you like what you see and hear, share the link on Facebook. Hit the share button, hit the like button, tell your friends and your weightlifting friends of the gym. All of the action happening here at the RVA Open. It's live, it's free, it's brought to you by Barbend. And also all of the video of the lifting will be provided to the athletes multiple angles for free for their training and their social media purposes and whatever. Thanks to Barbend. So hey, thank you, Barbend.
Well, on behalf of Barbend, awesome. We're excited.
Yeah.
So Bodhi's asking, what is this competition? This is the RVA Open and Invitational.
It's in Richmond, Virginia.
RVA stands for Richmond, Virginia, which is kind of how locals refer to the city.
Yes.
It's hosted at RVA CrossFit, and which is also the home of RVA weightlifting.
It's about an hour south of Washington, D.C., give or take. Bodhi competed at the American Open in Washington, D.C. a couple years ago, and he took third place. He won a bronze medal and set some Commonwealth records.
This is one of the larger local or regional meets in the U.S. this year, with one of the biggest cash purses. We saw James Tatum won $2,000 yesterday.
Yes. Stephanie Lemon, same thing in the 58 kilo weight class. She won the first place money. So here we go. Andrew Farrell, second attempt, 101.
You know, that looked at maybe even a little better than his first. Glenn Jackson just tuned in and said, just found your feeds, and they're probably the best weightlifting streams I've seen. Thank you, Glenn.
Thank you, Glenn.
This is the first time we've live streamed an event, and I gotta say, the nerves were a little high coming into it, but things seem to have gone pretty well, and that's a testament to the event organizers, the fans, and the lifters themselves for putting on such a good show.
So, Glenn, where are you watching from? If you're in America, or you're international to America, maybe you're in Canada, maybe you're in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, maybe you're neighbors with Bodie Santavi. Let us know. Where are you guys coming from? Bodie?
Well, Bodie's running out for lunch right now, so he'll be back on the stream later.
Bodie, have a good lunch. And have a good lunch. That's it.
Hope to see a lot more. Glenn, we hope to see a lot more, too. If you are interested in seeing Barbend at more events, there's a way to help out. There's a way to help facilitate that. Like our stuff, share our stuff, talk about our stuff, talk to your friends, your family, your local meet directors. Talk to folks, tell them how much you enjoyed the stream today. It's your support and the growing viewership that's going to help facilitate us getting to more events, even bigger events.
That's right.
Even better events. Not to say that the RVA Open and Invitational hasn't been a fantastic event, because this has been a fantastic event.
Oh, it's great. I had a great time. I hope Dave had a great time. I know our technical directors and graphic designers are having a great time this weekend. A lot of work, but it's very rewarding work.
And it's worth noting that we are definitely not the only people involved in this. We have several camera people, we have graphic designers, we have technical directors, producers. It takes 7 people to put this on behind the scenes.
We have chemists, we have pharmacists, we have
marketing
folk.
We do have a trained physicist acting as producer today, which is kind of cool.
No pharmacists?
I don't think so.
No.
Jacob Willis, though. Third clean and jerk attempt. Three whites for Jacob. Ends on a high note.
It's a good lift.
Glenn Jackson is watching from Baltimore, Maryland.
Oh, so relatively local guy.
Yeah, we drove past Baltimore to get here.
Yeah.
Glenn, thanks for tuning in. Are you a lifter yourself? Where do you train out of?
Yeah, what gym are you from, Glenn?
Yeah, give us a little more info. We love to hear from the people watching. We've had folks from multiple countries, about 10 different countries confirmed watching, probably some more unconfirmed. And we got great lifting this weekend. I mean, we're working hard. The event organizers are working hard, but the lifters are putting on the real show. So it's easier to put on a great live stream when you have great lifters and great fans, because there are a lot of fans, probably over 100 fans down here at RVA CrossFit watching this lifting live. Andrew Farrell now, 103 kilograms. I bet this weight's going to fly up for him. He looked really good in his second attempt. That was his best clean of the day so
Yes,
far.
it
Let's see if he
was.
can get set up for the jerk. All right.
Tight.
Yeah. He's going to go 3 for 3. That's awesome. Randy Brookins says, just think how much more weight he could have thrown up if he squat cleaned that instead of power. I think he was, Randy was talking about the 2 lifters ago. And you know, I think a lot of these folks, we have seen some power cleans, some power snatches. For a lot of folks, this is their first competition, actually. And they're pretty new to the sport. So you will see some people who will be power cleaning and squat cleaning, maybe the less advanced versions of the list. But I have to say, if this is a first comp for these people, this being the open portion of the competition, what a great first comp. We have a professional platform, professional lighting, fantastic equipment provided by Vulcan Strength Training Systems in a really great venue. So I can't think of a better place to start a weightlifting career. Right now we're loading up to 105 kilos, so putting on the yellow plates from Vulcan USA. These are brand new plates, special to this competition, brand new, as we saw them unloading them 2 nights ago, and this platform is also worth noting, is gorgeous. It's got the RVA CrossFit Richmond skyline on it. It's brand new. It's been polished, but not too polished, so it's not slick. Really good venue they're putting on here. This is one of the nicer looking meets that I've ever had the pleasure of going to. And one thing I want to emphasize, folks, if you like the stream, share the stream. The more people who share, the more people who are going to see, and the more support these lifters are going to get. That's also going to enable us to build an audience and head to more competitions and bring you more live coverage of weightlifting and other strength sports in the near future. So we're excited to do that, but we need your help. Share the stream, like the stream, let us know your thoughts.
Here comes the opening attempt now. Andrew Hale, 105 kilos on the bar, 231 pounds. You're keeping track of pounds. Easy clean. Gets set, dips, drives, gets that weight back. Very nice. Very nice.
Randy Brookins saying would love to have a meet that nice down here in Arkansas. You know, this is the 5th year of the RVA Open, an invitational, and talking to meet director Jake Rowell, who started this way back when.
5 years ago.
You got to start somewhere. You know, meets don't grow overnight, and they get a little bit bigger from year to year, sometimes a lot bigger from year to year.
Yeah.
But if you're interested in putting on a meet, you know, find a local USAW weightlifting club or start your own.
Yeah.
Consider going through that process, and meets don't have to be super complex to get started. They all got to start somewhere.
You need people who know what's going on, know what the rules are of the meets. You need a good platform, some good, equipment, enough room for a safe warm-up room. But if you have a gym, you can do it. Or you have a high school, you can rent a high school. All right, good clean.
I think that's going to be a press out
See
for
what
Tyler.
happens with Tyler.
We're going to call him on that.
Yeah, that's a press
3
out.
reds. But Randy, it's a lot of fun to put on a meet. It's very rewarding, and the community will thank you. Who knows? In 5 years, we might have the equivalent of the RVA Open where you are in Arkansas. Yeah. Arkansas, centrally located, beautiful state.
I know Arkansas is very close to Shreveport, Louisiana. In the past, the Arkansas/Northern Louisiana president has been Dr. Kyle Pierce. I may be outdated with my information. He's had been the president, so if you want to send an email to Dr. Kyle Pierce, he would be a great person to get in touch with, and he could definitely direct you towards whoever the latest and greatest people are in the area to help you with competitions, if that's something you're interested in doing. Dr. Kyle Pierce also happens to be the coach of Olympian Kendrick Ferris.
3-time Olympian Kendrick
Yes.
Ferris. Kendrick is qualified for his 3rd Olympics, will be competing in his 3rd Olympics in Rio, and at Olympic trials.
Set an American record in the total.
Yeah, in the 94 kilo total. He clean and jerk 209, clutch clean and jerk.
Yes. That was a weight that Norik Vardanian had right before clean but missed the jerk in front.
Kendrick finished the lift, and that put him on his way toward earning an Olympic spot. Right now we have Tyler Forrest on his 3rd clean and jerk at 105. Let's see if he can stick this jerk. That weight flew up there. He got really aggressive. He's happy.
Excited, yeah.
That's 3 whites, deserved every one of them. Folks, ask us some questions. We have a lot of weightlifting left to go. Obviously, that's why you're here. You're here to watch the weightlifting, not listen to our voices necessarily. But we do need some stuff to talk about, and the best stuff to talk about comes from you. We love hearing from fans of weightlifting, fans and readers of Barbend.
The question we had earlier for folks is if you could get a workout in or hang out, have lunch with any weightlifter, any athletes, any weightlifter currently lifting or retired, going to Rio or ineligible for Rio, male or female, who would that be? What weightlifter, American or Canadian or any other country, Chinese, Russian, Soviets, would you enjoy getting a workout in with and hanging out with? Andrew Hale, second attempt, 109 kilos. That's a good jerk. Dave, how about you? If you could get a workout in with any athlete, any weightlifter in history, do you have an answer?
I keep changing my answer, but I think I'm just going to go back and I'm going to stick with and say Tommy Kono.
That's a great answer.
Tommy is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. He was a 4-time Olympic medalist.
Okay.
Olympic medalist, 4-time, won
Yes.
gold twice.
Yes.
And he's a legend in strength sports, not just in weightlifting, but he was one of the world's premier bodybuilders
No, of
part
course,
of his weightlifting career.
And he's a great weightlifting coach.
Great weightlifting coach, an author, a thinker,
Yes.
a philosopher.
2 books. 3 books.
2 books. And a fantastic ambassador for the sport. Also,
part of the world's strongest man. One of the original coaches and referees,
judge,
officials.
Tommy Kono, also someone who didn't necessarily have the easiest path.
Oh no,
to
definitely not.
greatness,
He wasn't, as a child. He had sickness.
He was
He was in the Japanese concentration camps during World War II.
He was a Japanese American who was interred at a camp.
That's the wrong. I used the wrong words. Intern camp. Yeah.
But that's where he learned to lift, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, gets a little in front of him there. Looks like he might have slipped on the platform just a little bit. But, Tommy Kono was born in California.
Yes.
And, during World War II, obviously it's a very controversial and maybe dark time in American history. And he and his family were forced to live in a camp with other Japanese Americans. For most of the duration of the conflict, which is, again, I would argue a sad and dark chapter in American history, but would go on to develop as one of the world's premier lifters, represent the United States in multiple Olympic Games, win multiple Olympic medals, became a world-class bodybuilder, was at a time the top bodybuilder in the world, arguably, and actually was the lifter and physique competitor who inspired Arnold Schwarzenegger to take up bodybuilding.
That's right.
Tommy Kono passed away a little earlier this year.
Yeah, in April.
Age of 86.
In Hawaii. So we had Keith Jackson opening at 110 kilos, 242 pounds. He's a master lifter.
His snatches looked great, and he power cleaned that.
Yeah, represent compound CrossFit.
Wow, a little power jerk, almost a squat jerk there. So we're getting some more answers on the thread. Rubel Kazi, who was the first lifter during yesterday's morning session, says he would lift with Norik Vardanyan and Alex Lee.
Well, I know where they are. It's not hard. If you're ever out west in California or Arizona, they would probably like to lift with you too, Rubel.
Norik actually recovering from surgery right now, back surgery.
All right, so maybe not lifting right now with Norik.
Hanging out, he's still a lot of fun.
Maybe having lunch with him,
Yeah. I'll maybe get my hair braided with him.
That's true.
We could go to the same hairstyle.
My goodness, the internet would break if we had him and you and the Dragon all on the same webcast.
I would enjoy that quite a bit. Juan Cartagena says he would lift with Ilya, and he would ask why Ilya Ilyin.
Well, I think the answer would be because everyone else does too.
Well,
but who's to say?
Who's to say?
I
won't assume too much, but I will say Ilya obviously in the news lately for having positive retests for banned substances from both the 2008 and 2012 Olympic Games. So he will not be competing in Rio and faces a 4-year suspension from international competition.
This is true. So obviously that's why we're saying we do not expect to see him in the Rio Olympic Games this year in 19 days.
There is a chance, though, that we will see him lift.
Look, there's a chance you can see anyone lift until it actually happens.
But it's not at Rio. It could be in Moscow later this year.
Oh, that's right.
At the Klokov Power Weekend. He's been invited.
He has not been suspended from Klokov Power Weekends.
No one is suspended from Klokov Power Weekends.
Let me tell you something. The more the merrier at Klokov Power Weekends. And the more power, the better.
Well, Ilya brings a good amount. Now, let's see if Matthew can stick this jerk. His last one was a little challenging. Slipped a little bit. And he sticks that one.
It looks good.
Blake Hare is answering the question. Says he would lift with Simon Kolecki.
Fantastic answer.
Of Poland, because he's a tall lifter like me. Not very many tall guys make it as far as he did. He made it almost as far as you can. Olympic silver medalist, world record holder. Set a senior world record as a junior.
To be fair, He's probably now the 2008 Olympic gold medalist because he took silver behind Ilya Ilyin.
You are correct. He did make it he made it as far as
He
you
made
can.
it as far as you can. Him and Zygmunt Smalsers and Adrian Zielinski, all Polish gold medalists.
Well, yeah.
So congratulations to Simon Kolecki for being better and cleaner than most people.
Kolecki was really fantastic.
And he speaks very good English. Today.
He's an IWF official now.
He's the president of the Polish Federation. He's a board member, at least in the European Federation.
I don't know if they're going to give this lift to Andrew Hale. Yeah. A little press out there.
He ran the World Championships in 2013 in Poland. He ran the Junior Worlds in 2015 in Poland. All right, so Glenn Jackson says internationally Dmitry Klokov, and nationally he would hang out with Kendrick Ferris.
Those are good answers.
Those are good answers. I don't think they would be at the same time. I don't think Kendrick and Klokov at the same time would probably want to hang out with each other, but individually.
I don't know. I haven't asked either than that.
I think Kendrick has been pretty vocal.
Yeah.
But
fair enough.
But still, two good choices.
I don't know Kendrick at all.
Two good choices.
Both ambassadors for the sport in different ways.
In different ways.
But both incredibly impactful, and I would say that both have inspired a lot of people to get involved in weightlifting.
Yes. Glenn Jackson had one more athlete he would choose to.
He's a random guy to hang out with, John North.
Well, all right, I'm not sure exactly what he means by random guy, but he'd visit. Oh, John North. Maybe not. Whatever. John North, fun guy to hang out with.
Fun trivia fact. Fun piece of trivia.
I like
what I'm about to say.
I do.
John North, who was a 2011 national champion.
Yes, Pan Am team member a couple times.
Is
president of the AWF, American All World Weightlifting Federation.
Is a national champion. But
yes.
Mike Graber, who I'm sitting next to, was a national champion a few days.
One day
before
John North. Yes. Another fun fact: in 2012, I slept on John North's couch 2 nights in a row when I visited San Ramon, California. Those are my 2 claims to fame: national champion, and I slept on John North's couch.
You know, they're not unrelated though.
No, not at all.
And you wonder how many other national champions have slept on John North's couch.
I don't know. If John is watching, please let us know. Send us a message, John. However, here comes Andrew Burnham. First attempt, 115 kilos, 252 pounds. 253 pounds, I apologize. Good clean. It's a set for the dip and drive. Boom. Stay tight.
All right. Andrew Burnham, he's 2-4. So he's going to have that accredited as his opening lift. So Zach Lerner is saying he'd hang out with Naim Kakishvili.
Yeah.
And Yuri Vardanyan.
So that would be 9 Olympic gold medals?
No, Yuri won one. That'd be
3, 6, 7 gold medals.
Yeah,
Okay,
seven.
Still. 7 gold.
However, Yurik was listening at a time, and he was not able to go to the boycotted 1984 Olympics.
That's true.
Which he would have had to have been the odds-on favorite for.
Yes.
So
we would lift. This sounds like quite an evening Zach Lerner has plans.
And we would lift and then go bowling and drink beer. And honestly, I'd love to join.
Can we get in on this?
If we can organize that, then
could that be a Barbend evening, like a Barbend sponsored event? Possibly?
You know, that could be a David Tao sponsored.
David Tao sponsored event.
Bowling and beer aren't they're affordable. Just not in Manhattan. If we go outside of Manhattan, maybe go to Queens,
like Kansas City. Zach.
Yeah, maybe if we go to Queens, that could be a David Tao sponsored evening.
All right. Or New Jersey.
But Naim, I will get the last name wrong.
Suleiman Kaki Kakishvili.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
And then Naim, 3-time Olympic gold medalist.
Yes.
Bulgarian, lifted for Turkey.
He left out Hilo Mutlu, another 3-time gold medalist.
Right, yeah,
but we got enough small guys.
We got enough folks right now, and then won 3 gold medals for Turkey. Set 60+ world records in his career.
Yes, if you're counting.
Did compete in a 4th Olympics, but bombed out in the snatch.
That'll happen.
Kaki Kakishvili, who lifted for both the Republic of Georgia. Well, it wasn't the Republic of Georgia then. Lifted
The unified team?
for the unified team, is Georgian, and then lifted for Greece for 2 Olympics. He also won 3 golds. And then Keith Jackson, who has not won an Olympic gold medal, but did make his opening clean and jerk.
Yeah. He's going for more. He's having a good day. Very good day.
Nice. Good lift. And then the last in Zach Lerner's, ideal bowling, beer, weightlifting day would be Yurik Vardanyan, father of Norik Vardanyan.
Yes.
Yurik, one of the greatest weightlifters of all time.
Yes.
And during his stretch of dominance was so incredibly dominant. His totals would have won weight classes several classes above where he lifted.
Oh yeah, when he won the Olympics, he out-totaled the guy in the next weight class that won the Olympics.
I think actually the next 2 guys? There was a World Championships where he out-totaled 2 weight classes ahead of him. Unstoppable force.
Unstoppable force. Now he is a government official with the country of Armenia. He's ambassador to Georgia, I believe.
Oh, that's probably important since
So
they
if you're
border
ever
each other.
you're ever in Georgia, probably a good person to know. Or Armenia.
You think he and Kakishvili talk, even though Kakishvili's in Greece now, I guess? Maybe he's back in Georgia.
I don't know. I don't know that much. I'm assuming they'd be friends.
Kakishvili was at the Junior Worlds in Tbilisi.
All right, good clean from Maklawaki. Stay tight. That back foot slipped.
That happened to him on his first attempt, too,
Yeah.
actually. So he'll only be credited with the second. I don't know if maybe if the loaders are going to do anything to the platform, or maybe that's something with his shoes, or just his technique today is a little off.
There is. I know there is rosin for your shoes in the back. I saw that.
Okay, that's important. That's a pro meet.
Yeah.
This is a pro meet. They have everything available to the lifters. Folks, we want more people to watch this stream. A lot of people already are, but we want more. Give it a like, give it a share, so that more people can get exposed to free, high-quality weightlifting streaming courtesy of barbend.com. And the best way to ensure more people do that, or more people have access to more events in the future, is to share the stream. The more viewers, the more capable we're going to be of doing this in the future.
Yes. Also, let us know where you're calling. Where are you watching from? Are you guys watching from home? Are you at the gym? Are you at lunch? Weekend afternoon, 1:30. Maybe you're at lunch. Maybe you're going out to the movies. Let us know. What are you up to today? If you're not physically here, where are you physically located?
Zach Lerner is saying we can make this happen. We can definitely meet in Kansas City.
Okay.
I'd love to make that happen. This would be pretty great.
Maybe get some barbecue, some Kansas City barbecue also, if that's those beers.
Glenn Jackson, if you're still watching from Baltimore, Maryland, would love to hear from you. If anyone you're cheering on today, who you're watching for, or maybe just came across the feed, which is great.
Randy Burnham, second attempt, 118, good clean, solid
That
jerk.
looked good. That was better than his first jerk. That was a lot better than his first jerk. We have Juan Cartagena watching from Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona.
Juan, how hot is it in Arizona right now? It's hot here in Virginia. It's well over 90 degrees here. Juan, I'm curious what the temperature's like there. Sean O'Day is watching at home in Ohio, an hour south of Columbus.
Uh-oh.
Shout out
to Ohio.
the Columbus area. Chillicothe, is that? I don't know if that's how you say it.
Juan in Tucson, Arizona, home of the University of Arizona Wildcats.
Yeah.
That's the home of my friend Dr. Elizabeth Bartlett.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think it's where, not home, but where she grew up. Hometown.
Juan says it's blazing hot, over 100 degrees every day. It's a dry heat, though.
Yeah.
It's not hot. I'm kidding. I'm sure it's super hot. Juan, are you still training through this heat? Any tips for training in the heat for our readers in maybe more temperate climates? We'll see if Juan answers as Drew Culver comes in for his first attempt at 120 kilos. Come on, Drew. Oh, that clean looks real easy.
Yeah, good jerk.
I want to look like Drew. That looked great.
I like it.
120 remains on the bar for Big. Then we'll go to 121 for Jackson.
Agreed, that was an easy lift one.
Now, Blake Hare, remind me if you're still listening, where you're watching from. You mentioned it yesterday. I think it might have been California, but I could be wrong. So Zach Lerner telling us Kaki Kakashvili, or Kakashvilis in the Greek, is actually a very nice, humble guy, but his English isn't so great.
Well, Zach volunteered at Houston at the World Championships as a medical professional.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, he's a medical. He does a lot of USA weightlifting events as well. Former junior, very high level lifter back in his day, I believe the early 2000s. But yeah, that's where he would have met. My guess is where he would have met Kaki.
That looks like a good first attempt for Vignesh, who's a local guy out of RVA weightlifting. Really attacking the weights today. Only credited with his first snatch on the day, but makes that clean and jerk. He's got a total. So Zach, thank you for that. If you would love to hear, we love to hear from people who have met some of these great legendary lifters. Obviously, I think a lot of us are huge fans of Kakashvili or Kakashvilis and his lifting over the years, in rare company with 3 gold medals in a row. Great to hear that you've met him and that he's a nice guy in person.
Yeah.
Maybe not so surprising his English isn't so great, because he probably, I assume, fluent in Russian, Georgian, and Greek.
Maybe some others
at least.
Eastern European.
Yeah.
Maybe Albanian or
Who knows?
Bulgarian or something. Yeah.
Okay. We got Keith Jackson.
Jackson's third attempt. 5 for 6, I believe 5 for 5 on the day.
Yeah, he's having a good day.
He's having a good day. He looks
moving
really good.
well. Very determined movements. Oh, that'll be his first miss of the day.
I spoke too soon.
Let's hear it for Keith Jackson. He had a good day, 5 for 6.
Yes, he did.
And then Glenn Jackson, I assume no relation, says, not familiar with any lifters in this session, that's why I assume no relation, but was led to Barbin by Dr. Elizabeth Bartlett.
Oh, that doctor.
Well, fantastic. Thanks for watching, Glenn. Glenn, if you like what you see, make sure to like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram. Glad to have a new fan in you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hope you enjoy what we're doing, and we're working hard to bring it to you.
Sam Farris at 125. Big at 127. Start the clock for Andrew Wong, 123 kilos.
All right, the bar is set at 123. The clock's running on Andrew Borum. All right, he's lifting unattached.
For those of you new to weightlifting, unattached means that he is not associated with a weightlifting team, any specific team. Has nothing to do with his relationship status.
Yes.
So, just something we want to emphasize when we say unattached. Making a 3 for 3 on clean and jerks for the day.
Yeah, that's a good lift. Good for him. He's had a good day.
He's unattached, but with a clean and jerk like that, I'm not sure he's unattached in life.
He's doing something right.
Yeah.
If you're lifting like that, he's doing something right.
That was probably the corniest joke I've made all weekend. Apologies to everyone listening. Mike Graber's giving me the Mike Graber side eye. All right, Sam.
So on a side note, we're up to 125 kilos. What does that mean, Dave?
That means we're we are at 2 slabs of beef.
2 big reds.
Two
big reds on the
each
bar.
side. 2 slabs of beef.
275 pounds. 125 kilos. Again, beautiful Vulcan strength training system bar and weights
Yeah, these
being
weights look
utilized.
They have a modern look.
And I was loading. I'm sure they all weigh the same, but they felt lighter when I was loading the bar than other weights I've used that are the same weights. It's
looks
a
so
mental
nice.
trick. They
Yeah.
mentally tricked me out.
No, that's great. That might be why we've seen so many PRs this weekend.
Yeah.
Nick English. Oh, we have a new viewer, Nick English, watching from New York, originally of Australia. Says, yeah, my comment was very, very corny. Appreciate
Very
that.
corny,
Nick.
Dave.
Nick, you're kind of a corny guy, so, you know, from
So
one to
maybe
the
it
other.
takes one to know one.
Nick is a fan of strength sports. He is himself on a powerlifting strength cycle,
You don't say.
and is a writer online, and you've probably read him in a lot of, you may have read some stuff of his on various publications across the internet in health and wellness and fitness. JT is saying that I find that all the time different gyms at different plates feel lighter or heavier. I'd agree with you.
So it's not just me.
Some days I feel lighter and heavier.
So this is the third attempt now for Vignasty. Vignesh, 127.
He's got great technique and position.
Nice jerk. Nice.
Wow.
Looks good.
Local guy getting a lot of love for his made clean and jerk there.
Home gym guy. This is his gym.
I'm curious. We have a few folks on the stream who I know personally, or if I don't know them personally, I know that they work in digital media, online content. I'm curious to hear their thoughts about the stream this weekend, especially Nick English's thoughts on what Barbin's been doing over the past few months, because it's a pretty new company, it's a pretty new website, and we're working hard to make it better every day. So curious to hear your thoughts, what you'd like to see that maybe you haven't seen from Barbin just
Yeah.
yet.
What kind of weightlifting content are you looking for that you just can't find?
Or
Or
what
maybe
powerlifting
Yeah, maybe
content
not.
then?
Yeah, maybe not weightlifting. Maybe just strength. Weightlifting, CrossFit, powerlifting, strongman, fitness, nutrition, health, wellness.
Barbin believes stronger is better. That's kind of maybe our unofficial motto.
Yeah. So if there's in that capacity, if there's something that let's say you've Googled and you don't find good information. The nice thing about Barbend is that Dave Tao knows someone somewhere that probably can write an article about the topic you're looking for.
Or I'll find someone.
Yeah, you'll find someone.
So Nick and other folks who maybe read Barbin, maybe came across Barbin for the first time this weekend and want to check out the site now while they're watching the live stream between lifts, what's some content that you haven't seen that you might like to see? What are some voices, opinions, perspectives in strength sport that you haven't seen that you'd like us to cover? We want to give the people what they want, and to do that, we got to know what you want.
We got a minute waiting on John James.
Do you want
opening
more
time.
Mike Graber?
Well, I could tell the folks, I guess, about some articles that I have coming down the pipe in the next couple weeks.
Don't leak too much.
All right. Well,
Give them a taste.
give it a taste. So, I've been in touch with a gentleman named Chad Vaughn.
Now, Chad Vaughn's done a little lifting in his day.
He's lifted some weights. He's been on a few Olympic teams. In the near future, interview with Chad Vaughn, and near future article about the Gronkowski family, Gronk Fitness.
Well, we got Sam Ferris coming up, who actually could pass for a bigger Chad Vaughn, maybe.
He's got a really cool beard. Reminds me of a friend of mine named Mike George, who's originally from Pittsburgh, but Mike George is much taller. This guy, similar looking to Mike George, and the big hair and the big beard.
So Nick has a comment response for us. He says he'd like to see a little more on training techniques on bar bend, for example, things you need to do to hit a 500-pound deadlift.
I've never had a 500-pound deadlift.
Well, I have, and let me tell you, I don't know what I did to do it. I think I ate a lot of Chipotle. Ate a lot of Chipotle.
A lot of vegetables and no Chipotle, lettuce, tomato.
Probably didn't get enough sleep.
Probably drank a lot of iced coffee.
A lot of caffeine, a lot of Chipotle. But I'll get you a better article than that, Nick.
That's a taste. That's a taste of what's in the pipe.
Drew Culver, good clean. Oh, can't quite hold it.
His second attempt. He's got one more to go. I'm sure he will come back and make it on his third attempt.
So I want to hear what else people will want to see on barbend.
Big 10-kilo jump he took.
Oh, wow.
Good for him.
Juan Cartagena, you're in Tucson, Arizona. Do you read barbend? If you did read barbend, what would you like to see? What have you seen on What have you not seen on barbend that you would like to see? Curious if Zach Lerner has any sort of thoughts on weightlifting content he hasn't seen yet but would like for us to cover.
I assume Juan is saying, how do you get better at deadlifting? You deadlift.
You deadlift. That is, he basically wrote an article for us.
Yes.
Just there. Credit goes to Juan.
Fast underneath it, got stuck in a hole.
So that was Vignesh's final attempt.
All right, he made 127 on his second attempt.
And folks, give the stream a share. That's going to help more people see it. Who knows? You might be the share that helps this stream reach a person who otherwise wouldn't be exposed to some quality weightlifting, and suddenly you've converted a new lifter. Could change their life. Weightlifting and being exposed to weightlifting was a big part of my life when I was younger. And I'm here today. I'm here today talking about it. Not doing so much lifting right now, but talking about it.
The amount of sweeping we are doing this session is probably the most sweeping I've seen all weekend. That's a statement, and I don't know what the point of my statement is other than just lots of sweeping.
Well, it's a factual statement.
Factual statement.
I'm not going to fault you for saying something that's fact, Mike. I rarely do.
Thank you. Sean O'Day used to eat lots of Chipotle before he started
Renaissance
periodization,
which is a dietary template. One of a few very popular ones out there for strength athletes.
Well, I know a lot of weightlifters. Travis Cooper and Dr. Bartlett and a good amount of others have had success with it in terms of getting your body weight down and being productive athletes.
Drew Culver is going for his jerk here. Oh, hits that. Yeah, you know, Renaissance periodization is one of several popular ones. Definitely not the only one that people have found effective, but one that a lot of folks we know have found effective. There are a lot of good options out there, and it's we're not necessarily endorsing or unendorsing any particular dietary
No, just
template.
making statements, ideally factual statements. I do know Travis Cooper and Elizabeth Bartlett have credited our Renaissance periodization towards helping them lose weight and having success as athletes at a lower weight class. And I'm sure there's others. I just, off the top of my head, can't think of them, but I'm sure they will come to me at some point.
JT says he's only had 1 year in Olympic lifting, but he's obsessed.
Oh, I believe Courtney Batchelor has had a success with Renaissance periodization also.
Heard that as well. Frank Morosky says bar bend training for senior masters lifters. There's a big difference in how you train your late 30s versus your late 60s. Believe me. You know, that's a great point.
Frank, I believe you.
We'll see what we can do about some content for masters lifters. We've actually written a lot about training for youth lifters recently and coaching youth lifters.
Yes.
And Glenn has a question. I'm going to feed this one over to Mike.
Oh boy.
About starting position.
So the question is, any opinions on start position in regards to a barbell at midfoot for higher hips versus forward of midfoot for lower hips? And Glenn, to kind of answer your question, it's really different for everybody. You know, for me, I'm going to talk about what I did, because again, I'm not a doctor, but what I did was the barbell over the middle of my foot. And so I'll elaborate a little bit more, but here comes John Dean. On 32, opening attempts. At 290 pounds, good clean. Again, set in clean position, in rack position. Nice dip and drive. Sent that bar flying.
Whitney says, great work, Drew. Yeah.
Okay, so Glenn, what I would do, I would go with the bar over the middle of my foot. That was roughly, I think, my first or second Velcro strap on my Romaleos. But for me, you know, I was getting my butt down. Glenn, honestly, you got to figure out what works for you. Work with your coach. You know, and maybe you have to play around with some different positions and see what feels better for you. You want to be able to obviously open up the hips, full extension. And obviously get the bar around your knees and through your hips and whatever is most comfortable and lets you hit those positions.
More questions for myself and Mike Graber. If you want to ask about the Buffalo Weightlifting Hall of Fame, Mike Graber can tell you about that. He's a member.
I'm in it.
Didn't go to his own induction.
Well, it's only so much time. I am here at the RVA Open. So Dave, you've competed in CrossFit.
I have not.
In local, have
competed
you competed in local?
Well, sorta. But nothing worth talking about.
Okay.
I can promise you that.
I have gone to a handful of CrossFit competitions because I knew some people. All right, so we got Kent Ingalls opening attempt, 135, 297 pounds, power clean.
Easy power clean for Kent there. Easy power jerk for Kent. All right.
Good lifting.
No, Mike, I things I've competed at the highest level, the collegiate rugby,
Okay.
and competitive eating.
What did you eat?
Well, I at one point held the world record for running 5 kilometers while eating 10 hot dogs,
Congratulations.
which is
So it's been broken since then.
it has been broken since.
What
then,
year did you set
unfortunately.
this record?
2012. And I think it pretty much killed my weightlifting career, actually. I don't think the two are compatible.
Okay, so we have a comment kind of regarding our quick conversation. Have I ever watched the documentary The Great Chicken Wing Hunt? The answer is no. However, I did win the Cluck U 911 challenge in New Jersey. Andrew Oliver, 135 kilos opening attempt, 297 pounds.
Oh, I like that clean. Good speed.
It's looking good.
At the bar well, fast elbows. Oh, loses the jerk behind, a little soft on that. The clean looked great though.
Yes,
He's got the strength for that to throw that overhead.
He's going to come back. He needs to get a little bit lower.
Yeah.
A smidge lower, but he's going to get that in the second attempt. So Nick English asking about chicken wings. I've never seen this documentary. I won the Cluck U 911 challenge. To make a long story short, you had to eat 10 really hot chicken wings in 5 minutes, and then sit there for another 5 minutes without eating or drinking or wiping your face. And I won, and my prize was a double extra large T-shirt that I gave to my weightlifting coach, Bob Giordano, 1980 Olympian.
You could get two T-shirts out of that.
Oh, definitely.
If you took it to
a tailor or
Taylor,
seamstress, yeah. Here comes Sam Faris, second attempt, 135.
Good clean,
Nice clean.
nice clean, nice and smooth. Nice wide grip on the bar, and can't hold that jerk.
Couldn't hold control. So when I won the Cluck U Challenge, in attendance that day were Danica Rue, multiple-time U.S. World Team member and 8-time national champion, Dave Boffa, national medalist and weightlifting commentator, writer, Lou Mandracina, national qualifier, several other national qualifiers, and Bob Giordano, 1980 Olympian.
It's fantastic.
All came to see me eat really hot chicken wings and then throw up in the parking lot.
1980 or 1985 Olympian?
80 Olympian. 80 Olympian. He did not physically go, but he qualified for the Olympics.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah. That's another topic of conversation altogether, which we can go into in a second. But here comes Andrew Oliver, second attempt, 135 kilos.
Another great clean.
Yeah,
Another
yes.
great clean for Andrew Oliver. I like that. I like his style there. Loses it again behind. He got a bit further under it this time,
Yes.
but can't stabilize it. I think he's actually throwing himself a little too far forward on that jerk.
So Peace Tonic, watching at home, rooting for Sam.
We're rooting for Sam too. We like Sam.
I like Sam. Thanks for letting us know.
Intros for the next women's session. We'll only take a 5-minute break after that. We will do awards for
And watching on the stream right now, who just logged on to watch the stream, is a weightlifter who's trained under Dennis Reno for over a decade, Matt Delaney of Boston.
You don't say.
Of Boston,
You
yeah.
do say.
Yeah. Well, actually, technically Quincy, Massachusetts.
All right.
Matt,
Welcome, Matt.
has lifted at Norwood Training Center, and he has been a coach
with
at
that-
Inner City Weightlifting
All right.
in the Boston area. He's
Norwood
a good friend of
Weightlifting,
Yasha Khan and Ben Fuller.
owned by Donnie Ventrosa.
Donnie Ventrosa. And Matt is one of the first folks I met in weightlifting. And yeah, he's trained with Dennis Reno for over a decade. He's been
Fantastic.
competed at nationals a few times. I don't know if he ever medaled at nationals, but
He went.
has a long career as a coach as well. Lifted all the way from between 77 and 94.
Good for him.
So he's every weight in between. Actually, maybe even 105. He's been all sorts of over the place on that, but great coach, great lifter. Someone who coached me back when I was lifting a little more actively, and really nice guy. So glad to see Matt Delaney tuning in.
So here comes Andrew Oliver, his third attempt. 135 kilos, needs this to stay in the competition.
Yeah. Do or die for Andrew.
No, not today.
He won't be making it, making a total or posting a total, unfortunately. 3 missed jerks, but 3 easy cleans. Junior Tuttle, just asking on the thread, any info on the bar, or is it just a standard Olympic bar?
Well, it's a Vulcan bar.
This is a Vulcan bar, a Vulcan Oli bar. This is their top-of-the-line Oli bar.
I was told by athletes who lifted last night it moves very good. It moves very nice. Yeah, it's their top, like you said, top Oli bar. So it's a competition bar.
Yeah, I've heard only good things about the bar so far.
Exactly.
John Dean is up for his first, I don't know if it's going to be his first attempt, his second clean and jerk attempt. That's right. I thought I'd seen it before.
So we're going up to 138. It's been a few attempts since we saw John Dean.
Love hearing the comments from Sean O'Day, Keisha Baxter, Junior Tuttle, Peace Tonic, Nick English, Joe Moore, Whitney Kylos, Glenn Jackson, Frank Borowski, Juan Cartagena. Thanks so much for tuning in, folks.
We had Bodhi Santavi earlier.
No,
you never know. Zach, you said Zach Lerner.
Tom Stroka was on earlier.
Yeah.
Sean Rigsby was on yesterday. Now we have from CrossFit Williamsburg, Kareem.
He's a favorite online.
He went 3 for 3 on the snatch.
All right, good opener.
And he'll make his opening clean and jerk. This is his first competition.
First weightlifting competition. He does CrossFit. He competes in, I don't know if he competes, he goes to a CrossFit and trains at a CrossFit.
You could have fooled me about his first competition. He's got good technique.
Did they say CrossFit Williamsburg?
CrossFit Williamsburg.
That is
Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah, Brooklyn, New York. That's Brooklyn Barbell Club. Isn't that location, right?
Is it?
I think so. Sam Orme owns it, right?
I am actually not. It's weird. I'm not sure. I should know that.
So I am thinking. So I live in New Jersey, but I know a few CrossFits in the area. I think I know the owners. I think that is the Brooklyn Barbell Club. Is operates out of CrossFit Williamsburg, and the owner is Samantha Orme, who is originally from the United Kingdom.
Oh, great.
But has lived in America for many years at this point.
Well, there are a lot of UK natives who are throughout USA weightlifting.
Yeah, throughout the country.
Yeah. Oh, Williamsburg, Virginia.
Oh. We assume
wrong
New York because we are from New York.
Bonnie just. Sorry about that. Williamsburg, Virginia. Okay, well, we just kept thinking CrossFit Williamsburg and Brooklyn. You tell that to some guys from the tri-state, that's what you'll get. Thanks for clarifying, Bonnie. Appreciate that.
That's why we need interaction with the fans out there. Thank you, Bonnie. Ken Ingalls, second attempt now, 140. We're over 300 pounds.
Another easy power clean for Kent.
Power jerk. Stay tight. Stay tight. Ken's still wearing those Asics you love.
Bonnie, thanks so much for clarifying that. It's because of folks like you, viewers like you, that we are able to, if we not make fools of ourselves, but if we do make total fools of ourselves, correct it. Yeah. Because we will make fools of ourselves given long enough. It's inevitable.
So here comes John Dean, second attempt. 140 kilos.
Taking an 8-kilo jump, pretty big jump. Definitely capable of it.
Ass clean. Really good whip under that bar.
Lost his air on the jerk there.
Yeah.
The DJ here at the RVA Open is doing a pretty great job, actually. I gotta say, I'm enjoying the music.
So 140 kilos has been tightened up. This is going to be the third attempt to Sam Ferris. Sam's from the Iron Crab Barbell. We had a bunch of Iron Crabs. All right, so Bonnie's letting us know that Dave Meyerman, he's the owner at CrossFit Williamsburg, and he's Kareem's coach.
Great, thank you for that context,
Thank you,
Bonnie.
yeah. It's good to know.
Well, that's a no-go right there. No lift.
He's credited 130 on his opening attempt. So we're going. All right, so it looks like Kareem is on deck. There's some conversation now between the announcer and Kareem's coach. So we're gonna find out what Kareem is taking. So we think he's on deck, but that doesn't. Depending on what the weight wanted will be, he may not actually be the next lifter.
All right, let's go to 141. Daniel Roberts is the lifter.
All right, so Kareem wants more weight. Daniel Roberts is the lifter at 141.
We don't have too many lifters left in this session, but
Dan-
we have a few.
I got a few, yeah. Dan Roberts is from RVA Weightlifting, so right here in this building.
So we had Matthew Sackstetter, who says, "Hey James," on the thread. Matthew, from his Facebook profile pic, looks like he's a Cubs fan. Shout out to the other Cubs fans out there. I'm one personally.
Best team in baseball.
Are you a Cubs fan, Mike?
I like the Cubs. I
love the Cubs.
Not my first team, but best team in baseball.
Best team in baseball. They're always my number one team, but rarely in my lifetime have they been the best team in baseball.
Exactly.
So welcome departure from the norm here. Daniel Roberts opening at 141 kilos. Attacking that barbell. And he's got it.
It's a good lift.
That was a good lift. He apparently did.
So what is next? We're staying at 41. Looks like we're staying at 41. Third attempt to John Dean. Here comes John.
Folks, if you're watching and if you just tune in, go ahead and give the stream a share and give it a like. We love seeing a lot of likes, a lot of hearts, a lot of smiley faces. We don't have any smiley faces on this stream yet.
We need one.
No one has reacted with a smiley face yet, and
Help us out.
we want to see that.
Here comes John Dean, third attempt.
Oh, we just got one.
Made his opener at 133, 132 or 3, and missed his second attempt. Now he's here at 41. All right, stay tight, stay tight. Oh,
Kind of got out from under
deep
himself.
split. Yeah, deep jerk.
Thank you for the smileys, guys. That was brighten our day a little bit. Long day. So
Gives
John
us-
Dean will be
gives us
credited
some
with his. John Dean will be credited with his opening attempt at 132 kilos. Bonnie, Jason, Sean, peace. Y'all are making my day. Appreciate that. And Junior's throwing a smiley in there too. Shout out to Junior Tuttle.
So we're going to another sweep of the platform. Looks like Kareem is on deck at 142. See him tightening his belt in the back room.
Shout out to Mariano for the smiley. Khalid says, "Let's go Sam J."
Sam J still the lift. I think he was one of the last lifters in the snatch.
Alex Richardson, shout out to Alex Richardson. Alex, where are you watching from? Let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to see that.
Mariano Ray, same question. Where are you watching from?
Kareem's family watching from Williamsburg, Virginia.
All right. Good clean. The elbow whip.
Yeah,
All right,
I think
stay
that's
tight,
gonna
stay
count.
tight.
Yeah.
Looks like a good lift. Judges agree. That is a good lift.
Alex Richardson, that's right. Watching from Glasgow, Scotland. Thanks for the reminder, Alex. You were on here earlier. Shout out to Glasgow. What's the weather like in Glasgow? How's it going over there?
It's probably nighttime.
And from their profile pic, I can tell Alex is a lifter.
Marcos De Silva from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn. What part of Brooklyn, Marcos? Brooklyn's a big borough.
Where Brooklyn at?
I think Kareem's mom, thrilled to see him make that second clean and jerk.
So are we.
We are too. We want to know where in Brooklyn Marcos is from. We want to know what the weather is like in Glasgow, Scotland. We got viewers in both.
There are a lot of weightlifting meets in Glasgow, Scotland, Alex. What is the weightlifting community like over in Glasgow, Scotland? Weightlifting / CrossFit community. Let us know.
Powerlifting, strongman.
Powerlifting, strongman. Yeah, let us know.
Highland Games. Highland Games is strength sport.
I know a guy who does the Highland Games.
Yeah. Where I grew up, Highland Games are very popular, actually.
All right, well, speaking of popular, here comes Dan Roberts. 145 kilos on his second attempt. 319 pounds.
It's going to be a no lift, miss clean.
Kind of just crashed on him.
Marcos is in Bushwick. Shout out to Melanie Hall. Bushwick, Brooklyn. John Robertson said he's from Lossiemouth, Scotland as well. It's only evening here, gents. It's gray and cloudy. Well, that's probably what I'd expect from Scotland.
Yeah, well, that was my guess.
If I had to guess.
Here comes third attempt now for Kent Ingalls.
He power clean and power jerked his first two.
Yes, he did.
We might see that more of that.
Might see the same.
Nice 5
As long as we
kilos
see a same good lift, that's fine with me.
Oh, yeah. Let's hope he repeats it.
All right, that's a good power clean.
Right on the, yeah, it was power clean, a little deeper. And another power jerk. This guy's strong.
He needs more weight to push him down.
Yeah,
that's
this guy's real strong.
That's the issue. The more weight pushes him down into the squat position. He went 6 for 6. Congratulations.
He's a light 85 kilo lifter. He's power cleaning well over 300 pounds, so pretty explosive guy. Good to see him lift.
So coming up next, we will have the third attempt at Dan Roberts.
DJ is playing Drake between attempts. Shout out to Canada. Shout out to Toronto.
Shout out to Matteo.
The 6.
6. I believe he's the second most popular musician to ever come out of Canada. First, the Bare Naked Ladies.
I was going to say Celine Dion, but yeah.
Oh, well, like
Yours
the
is funny.
three-way.
Yours is funny.
Was that another
Oh, Dan couldn't quite stand up. That's
Not
better than the
today.
previous attempt.
Not
but
today.
He'll be credited with his opener.
Another popular musician from Canada, Justin Bieber.
Maybe the most popular right now.
It's possible. We almost went downtown Richmond last night. We probably would have heard a lot of Bieber if we had done that.
Going to the clubs?
Yeah, in downtown Richmond. But, we had a long day. It was best we probably went home
We
and
did
went to
not
bed.
go to the clubs last night.
We were tired. We had about a 17-hour day. So that was our sacrifice. We did not go to the clubs.
Nor the discotheque.
Or the discotheque. Or the biblioteca.
I'd rather go to the biblioteca, take a nap. Donde está la biblioteca?
Barbend en Español coming soon, folks.
Oh, man, it's going to have to be someone smarter than I.
That's the next website. All right, here we go. Sam J, opening attempt, 150 kilos, 330 pounds.
Sam's fast. He's a fast lifter. He's happy to get on the board.
That's a good opener. He's on the board.
That's a good lift for Sam. Let's go, 151. 151.
Not a lot of lifts left. He may be the last lifter. Two last.
I think he might be the last. Glenn Jackson just asked a great question that we haven't asked yet. And it's, what's everyone's favorite music genre for training?
Well, Dave, you go first, please.
Well, if I were to get back to training.
Well, if you're training for anything.
Oh, man, that's a great question. Classic rock.
Classic rock?
Classic rock. Maybe like Southern classic rock, like Skinner, Allman Brothers.
That's good. I can get into that.
Maybe even like some Kansas or something.
We have an answer coming up. Peace Tonic.
Hip-hop rap?
Hip-hop rap.
Get pumped.
I can get behind that, too. So
Yeah.
we got the third attempt at Kareem.
I almost forgot.
Sorry, Kareem. Sorry to Kareem's mom also.
Sorry to Bonnie.
151. Here we go, Kareem.
That's
Nice.
good clean. That's
Best
good
clean. Best clean all day. Yes. That's a good lift.
If he's credited with that, that would have him qualify for the American Open. I believe
there
Kareem,
we
thanks
go.
Austin for the heads up. Kareem just qualified for the American
He
Open.
just punched his ticket. We'll see him in Orlando. Get a little lifting in, then go to Disney World.
Glenn Jackson likes hip hop or heavy rock for training.
Good options.
Mike
I like
Graver,
that.
what do you like?
So back in my day, we would listen to
The mid to late 2010s?
yeah, but like 2011, like 2010, 2011, 2012, 2009, roughly 2009 to 2012. We had a satellite radio back at Farley Dickinson University. We listened to the club music, the
Turn up music, as Peace Tonic would say?
turn top music, turn top music.
Samuel Ernst.
Sam Ernst is opening attempt.
This is to qualify him for Junior Nationals, guys. It's a big lift.
Frank Borowski likes AC/DC, Thunderstruck. Good song.
That's good looking clean.
Stay tight, stay tight, stay tight.
I think he's going to Junior Nationals.
That's a good lift.
Simon
Klimisch.
says he listens to Toto's Africa to get. I also, you know what? I'll add that to mine.
Simon Klimisch, you're a delight. Thank you for tuning in.
I also listen to Toto's Africa.
Simon Klimisch, I think, was at the 2011 Nationals when I won because he lives like down the street. Oh, thanks for calling it. Thanks for watching, Simon. Who else? Marcos de Silva listens to Yeezus. Yeezy.
Yeah, he listens to the album Yeezus, I guess.
Yeezy. Kareem's younger brother Joey's very proud of him.
Samuel J. going for his second attempt now.
Here we go. Samuel J. 153. All right, good clean from Samuel. Dip, dry. Okay. Little out fronts.
No limits.
Junior Tuttle says he likes listening to Train to heavy rock unless the 20-somethings get to the radio first.
Punk kids.
That might just be
punks.
That might be the best kind of get off my lawn thing I've heard all day.
And Marcos, thanks for the clarification. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was just wrong. It's Mad Raw. The Yeezus.
Junior Tuttle, heavy rock. You kids with your
Kids
Your
get off.
new music. and
Kids get off my lawn. All right, you know what?
Old man yells at cloud.
Who doesn't? I could be that old man. We got third attempt. Samuel J, 153 kilos. Got a 2-minute clock.
After the conclusion of this session, we will begin introductions for.
Nick English says he listens to geeky ass podcasts.
That's a podcast.
Probably why my squad is stalling. Yeah.
Maybe he listens to the BS report.
No, we're done. We're done. We've addressed that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So heavy rock from Junior Tuttle.
Nick English, you get no more. That is, you have self-diagnosed.
All right. Well, a lot of great lifting we've seen this session. A lot of great lifting still to go. We just saw one athlete qualify for Junior Nationals next year. One athlete qualified for the American Open in Orlando. We're at 153 kilos, which is 339.
37, 8.
336. 336 pounds.
Yeah, close again.
Close enough. I have a cell phone I could break out, but I don't want it. I'll just use my head. Here we go. Samuel J, 153 kilos, third attempt.
Yeah, he's happy about
That's a good lift. That's a good lift for Samuel.
I wonder if that's a PR for Sam.
Good comeback. After the missed attempt, good comeback.
Simon Klemesh says, I remember, Mike, you did the flash hands in front of your face before you lifted.
That was my thing.
That was your thing?
I did. Like John Cena. Junior Tuttle is the barbell coach. So the coach knows best, such as what music we listen to.
Sometimes.
Unless the 20-somethings get there first.
Those darn kids.
Those darn kids.
And they're lifting music. John Robertson listens to AC/DC, Rob Bailey, and Iron Maiden.
Those are good choices also.
Now, Rob Bailey, is that Rob Bailey's solo stuff or the Hustle standard? I don't know if he does solo stuff.
They haven't had AC/DC.
Is he talking about the Rob Bailey who's married to the former Miss Olympia Dana Bailey? I'm not sure if that's who he's talking about.
I am not sure, but here comes Samuel Ernst. Second attempt, 157. Strong clean. Jerk out in front. You gotta get that weight back. Easy weight. Just gotta put it in the right position.
He's got another chance to get it.
Oh yeah, he's gonna do it on his third attempt. Or he's going up.
Push it.
161.
Oh.
161.
All right.
He's the last lifter in the session.
161. $161 kilos on the bar.
We're down to the last lifter in this session, Samuel Ernst, who's attempting 161 kilos. Just missed 157. Made 152 on his first attempt to qualify himself for Nationals and Junior Nationals. So looking forward to seeing him hit this. This is for the glory.
It's for the PRs. I'm assuming it's a PR attempt.
I don't know.
Because I don't know either, but I'm making an assumption. Over 354 pounds.
It's a lot of weight, Mike.
You're telling me.
It's a lot of weight.
Now, Dave, you have at least squatted this at one point.
I have squatted.
Yes, I believe I never
have.
have.
Not much more than
it's
this,
a
actually.
Lot, it's a lot. It's a big weight.
This is toward the top end.
Yes.
Don't give me too much credit. If you'd said much more, the answer would have been no.
2-minute clock running on Sam Ernst here. And as a reminder, after this lift, we will be cutting off, I believe, right?
For just a few minutes.
Just a few minutes. We've got to start a new session on the Facebook Live feed.
We're running about 20 minutes behind as far as the overall competition, but we'll be cutting off and then coming back on with the women's the final women's session of the day, of the meet, which is the women's 75 and 75 plus. And so don't go anywhere. We'll be starting the snatches of that group.
It's about 15 women in that session. Got
Session
some
8.
of the strongest women in state of Virginia and the region.
And elsewhere, yeah.
And elsewhere. Maryland, Mid-Atlantic region probably.
Why limit it to Virginia? Just some strong women.
Strong women, some of the strongest women around.
At some point, folks, he will hate to admit this to you, but Mike Graber will have to leave at some point
At
today.
some point.
And I'll be going solo / maybe finding some guest commentators.
Some guest commentators. I mean, Don McCall is here. Like, he's hovering like he just wants to talk
I
to us
might get
again.
Don. I think I'm going to get Don on.
I don't know what his schedule's like, but I have a feeling.
I don't care. I'm going to get him
I have
on.
a feeling he'd rather talk to you than whatever else he's doing.
Bonnie, unfortunately, we are not going to be showing the awards simply because we have to get the next stream set up to show the lifts. So we have the choice between showing the awards and missing some lifts and not showing the awards. So we're going to prioritize the lifts and make sure that all the lifters next session get their lifts shown on the stream. So we'll not be showing the awards, unfortunately.
But here comes Sam Ernst. He's going to finish the session on a high note, and I look forward to seeing it.
That's a good clean. Has to get this behind his head.
Dip and drive.
Oh, out front again. Well, folks, that has been session 7 at the RVA Open. We are going to head out for a few minutes, and we'll be back to you in a little bit with session 8.
See you soon.